Satin, you were the one really banging the drum to get this guy out of town.
Oh my gosh.
Is Hoover finally swept out of town? No pun intended, I'm sorry.
You know what? I would be surprised if he's still on the roster right now because he's been that bad. I mean, I don't even know what you can get for him. You know, I think you're talking about releasing players over there. This is the guy you just let walk. I mean, you know, he might be a great man, and that's really cool. But you know what? There's still people that need to sell tickets out in the parking lot. There's still guys that need to walk around town and give out, you know, parking garage tickets.
So
and these kind
are you
of things.
blaming the economy on J.J. Hoover?
I'm blaming the economy on J.J. Hoover right now. Hey, there's a lot of things that we need right now, like a lot of pizza made. We're missing a lot of sous chefs in Cincinnati, so I think he could fit directly right into that sous chef, line cook kind of thing down in Over the Rhine and downtown Cincinnati. That's much needed. That's actually really much needed.
But
John,
you know,
tangent.
I think it's another case of the Reds. You know, when he left yesterday, he's a good guy.
Yeah, he really is.
I was there
He's a stand-up
yesterday when he
guy,
walked out of the clubhouse. You know, optioning him is you still have him in the system, but to the point that they never make the tough decision. Why not just
rip the Band-Aid off?
Yeah, just designate the guy for assignment. See if somebody might pick him up. Maybe they won't, because there's no scenario where he's going to get right this year and help you, and they're not going to offer him a contract for next year because he's arbitration eligible. So just move on. I think they're reluctant to do that in a lot of different ways, and you know, I thought sending him down there was the right thing to do. I said that for him, and they did that. Those guys go down there, they pitch well. So, you know,
was it
Jumbo's done the same thing.
Earlier in your column about him, you said that he was working through some things mechanically. Did things just kind of go off the rails again mechanically, or is it a mental thing? Do you have any insight of what exactly it is with JJ this year? I mean, he's never been a great pitcher anyway, but he was at least serviceable. I mean,
he's pretty good.
He was pretty good, right?
He was, you know, he's a under 3 ERA guy most of his time here, but something's going wrong. I don't know enough about it, but he's just not the same guy, and I don't think he'll ever be the same guy this year. Maybe with a fresh start next year with another team, but it's not going to happen here.
Well, he was supposed to be our closer, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, your guy who was supposed to be a closer at the end of June has an ERA of 13.5, and it's not like he only pitched like 3 games because he got hurt or something. Like,
right.
But you know the thing that I think really kind of gives me a lot of pause about Hoover and makes me think this guy is not someone that you want in your bullpen long term is I think it's all a mental thing for him. I mean, you're talking about a guy who, like you said, he's going to have 6 grand slams. Like, we're not talking about a starting pitcher. Like a starting pitcher, you're going to pitch a lot of innings. We're talking about you do not want this guy coming in with the bases loaded. Like it's a mental block in pressure situations. And just my, you know, armchair quarterbacking here is that I wonder if the idea of being the closer and being in those pressure situations just didn't get into his head, and now he's got like a mental block on not throwing the ball right down the middle.
Go ahead.
You know what I'd really like to see him do? If I was, let's say if I'm Jay Bruce or Duvall and have an opportunity to go in the home run MLB, I would love to bring him along with that to serve me up some grand slams, some home run balls for that home run competition.
You know what? It's sad, but that's a great idea.